another issue affecting travel nationwide with no end in sight. Those long lines at TSA checkpoints with President Donald Trump saying that he will not sign off on a deal to fund the Department of Homeland Security and end the partial shutdown unless his bill that tightens federal voting requirements passes. It does happen as beginning today. You've got ICE agents at airports assisting to get those lines moving, including at Armstrong International. Hearing from border czar Tom Homan over the weekend about that, the union that represents TSA slamming this idea. Nonetheless, it's got a lot of support, including from Governor Jeff Landry, who added over the weekend that he supports the National Guard stepping in to help with flow at Armstrong International.
MSY officials expect another day of long wait times, as we have seen already throughout the morning. Mike McDaniel joining us live from the airport, where, Mike, you said that when people are getting there, they're being told check in and then go already to the garage.
Yeah, go ahead and get in that mindset if you have to be out at MSY today, that you're going to be starting in the garage when it comes to that TSA checkpoint. If you're looking for some good news with all of this, the lines are kind of flowing pretty well considering everything that's going on. There is a lot of movement as people go through the different aisles here. So that is some good news if you're going to be out here, because you are going to wait. At least you're not standing still. You talked about ICE agents potentially being out at these airports. Now, if you look up a little bit here on the third floor off to the end there are several officers down there. I just walked down there. They do have ICE officer written and police on their vests, so they are federal agents. There are several of them in the airport right now. They're not really doing anything particularly when it comes to TSA screening, but there are a lot of officers standing around kind of making sure pedestrian traffic is kind of flowing as it should. But I don't know whether they just all showed up this morning or they've been here for days, so that's kind of unclear at this point. But this line, yes, it does stretch all the way into the garage. When folks drop their bags off at check-in, they get checked in for their flights, they're being told to go down to the first floor of the garage and get in line, and that's where the line starts. Of course, it's getting longer as the morning progresses on and more passengers try to get here to show up for their flights. We all know that this is tied to, the partial government shutdown dragging on for more than a month now. TSA agents been calling out, leaving fewer people to handle the steady flow of passengers we are seeing coming through here. And this, of course, not an isolated problem to just New Orleans. This is the scene at several airports, major hubs across the country. Now, there are efforts to ease the pressure. Of course, we know that President Trump announced these ICE agents would be coming in on Monday. We don't know whether the ones here, of course, part of that plan at this point. And then you mentioned Jeff Landry weighing in. He is saying that he does support the National Guard to be here as well. I went out to the garage a little bit earlier and caught up with a man as he was trying to get back home to Dallas. Take a listen.
Got here like 3:30.
What time's your flight?
7.
What goes through your mind when you see a line like this?
What was what?
What goes through your mind when you see a line?
Oh man, it's crazy, man. I've never seen a line this long before in my life. So.
You scared you may not make it?
Oh, I know I'm not gonna make it, but I'm glad I took tomorrow off.
So what's the plan of action if you don't make it?
We're just gonna wait here until we catch a flight.
Man. Were you hearing all the warnings about getting to the airport early and all the problems?
Yeah. We thought we were early. We got here like 2 hours before our flight, so.
And they told you to go to the garage?
Yeah, go to the garage. I thought they were telling us to go rent a car. I said, no, I need to catch a flight. They said, no, go to the first floor. We walked up and line's crazy.
Crazy indeed. What you're looking at now is the floor below us. That line extends out from the TSA checkpoint, so they're not even up at the area where everybody's kind of weaving together. That is down below, so now you get a much better picture of the floor plan here. So there is a separate line for clear, so if you have clear, that's going to move a whole lot faster. That line for clear was stretched all around the third floor where we are right now, but that has since been taken care of, and now it is just mainly the general boarding that has the big backup at this point. So if you're going to get here, the simple message, of course, get here early and make sure to be patient once you do. Live at Armstrong International, Mike McDaniel, WWL, Louisiana, guys.